Good morning. Today I wanted to show you around what you get when you subscribe to one of our services. And a lot of people don't realise what you do get, so I thought I would set it out and make it very simple. First of all, our basic subscription is Best Bets and Daily Feature Race. And once you've logged in, all you've got to do is click here. So there's our Best Bet selections for December the 8th. And you'll find that today there's only 2 race meetings on, so we haven't made a Best Bet. So we're leaving that. But we have got a daily feature race. And in this case, this is not so much a feature race as a bit of a misnomer, I suppose, because what we're actually trying to do is find a race where we can get some sort of result that's going to pay okay. So here you see that we've listed 5 horses in Wongarata Race 5. You can see that the times here are 39, 35, 31.9, 24.8 and 22.7. They're our exact ratings. So it's important to understand that the higher the rating is, the better off you're going to be in terms of the class of the race. This is a mere class 1. However, there's money to be made, so we think the winner should come up in the top 2 there, number 3 on the Boss or 2 Vegas Ruler. It may or it may not. But we also say if you want to try the exotics, try taking the 5 together in a box. That costs you $10 for a 50-cent unit, or it would only cost you, say $5 for a 50% share. Now the thing is, we will get the quinella at least 40% of the time, and I think we had a quinella there the other week that paid over $300 for a $10 outlay. That's a pretty good result. Okay, so when we're looking at the ratings themselves, you can see there are various days there, and plus there are other options there, Winform Gold and Winform Premium. First of all, let's look at the Winform Daily Mail. Is probably the best thing for us to look at next, and that's that one. When we look in this one, we list all our races we're going to bet in for the day. Once again, only 2 meetings today, so only 1 race. And we give the top 5, and we have some of our system plans in here, so we would have, say, highlighted. If that was our top rated horse and we were really, really keen on it, we would have highlighted it and made it in bold, and that would be one of our single bets for the day. But also, you always get the top 5 runners. So that's our daily feature race. The next selection we've got, by the way, on Saturdays you might get 12 or 14 races in the Winform Daily Mail. Okay, then you can choose the ratings. You can get just Saturdays, or you can choose, say, Saturday or Sunday, or you might want to do Saturday, Wednesday, or you might want to do every day. They're all lined up there. So let's just have a look at tomorrow's ratings, because they're already in the system. And you can see here tomorrow they're racing at Sandown and Gawler and so on. And all those races are already there along with our ratings. You can see that we've got the horse number, we have the recent form, we've got the horse name, our Winform rated odds, in this case $2.40. The margin here indicates that that horse either won or lost by 3.8 lengths last start. Now you can see here that is a last start winner, so that's a win by 3.8 lengths. This horse here, banned on the run, ran 4th, and you see 2 lengths here. That means he got beat by 2 lengths. Here's the prize money change for these horses, and that would indicate to you whether the horse is up or down in prize money, which sometimes can be a good guide to class. Then across from here you've got the win percent, and over here you would have the place percent and so on. You don't need to see all of those. Plus obviously it gives you whether they're won or placed at the track, and that sort of basic information, as well as getting what is our projected track condition for that particular venue for the day. So in other words, the track condition might have been, say, at Gawler tomorrow, it might end up being a good 4, but if we think it's going to be a good 3 during the day, then you'll see that it's going to be a good 3 there. Okay, so that's the basic format of the ratings. As you can see, it's very simple, and you can also copy these ratings across and put them into a spreadsheet if you wish. If you go and do some more work on it. Okay, if you're on your mobile or your tablet or whatever, then you'll just see this sort of information in a window that makes it very easy to follow what you're doing. Alright, now suppose you were looking at the ratings today, so we have a look at Tuesday ratings. And here we were, the first race was at Wongarata. It was a good 4 track, and there's the information for the first race. Okay, so we know what we're doing. Everything's there in front of us. and you can see that it's all stacked down here. Now if you look in this one, because this is a maiden race, the win percent column is blank. But also these win percents and place percents can give us a good guide as to what the horse has been doing in its form career. Okay, so on to the next upgrade. If you want to, you can go to the Winform Premium. Now what happens, that gives you every day, all 7 days, and it also gives you premium selection. So on this particular day, there was one premium selection, and it's listed here. On Saturday, we give you the new consistent formula selections, but what we do with those, we only back them if they're favourites. Also, some of them, because of the change in track conditions, if we had like a hash at the end of a horse, then it would indicate we would only back that horse if the track stayed wet. If it was upgrade, you wouldn't back that horse. Okay, now these selections here generally have about a 40% win strike rate. Okay, looking at the next upgrade, and we have Winform Power Play, which also goes to everybody who has taken the premium selections. In this particular one, we've got our strategy listed there. These are the selections, and we give the top 5 for each one, and you can see what we've done here. We've just given you the net rating of each horse, because one of our rules, if we run this Power Play method, is we don't back anything that's got a Winform net rating of less than 21. So obviously the only 2 horses you consider here would be the 2 and the 6. Okey-doke. Of course, that doesn't take into account whether or not there are first starters in the race, which could make a difference to our strategy, and so on. So we can go down here and we can see the various ratings. Also, we include the age and sex of the horses, because that could be another change. So, for example, we don't, looking down here, we don't back any horses that are, say, 8-year-old or over. And in some of the strategy we use, we don't back 2-year-olds. So it gives you a quick guide as to what sort of horse is running around, and to the ratings, or our rated estimate, which also, as I said before, gives you a guide to the class of the race. So if we look later in the day, we're going to see that some of the horses in these races, like Wangaratta Race 8, for example, is a benchmark 70, and you'll see our ratings for this race are all around the 50 point something. Okay, moving right along, and our final thing to show you today, well, apart from Winform newsletters, which show you some of our newsletters from some time ago, they're all accessible to you, and also the FAQs, which tells you what to do to get into trouble. For example, if you look in there and you can't find today's ratings, it shows you how to refresh it to bring up the day's ratings. Okay, and solve little problems like that. Okay, now the Winform Gold is something else again. There were no Winform Gold selections on this particular day, but we put a selection down here which goes under the rule WGC hash, and it's simple. We back these selections if they're favourite, or if what we can do is sometimes we'll back them and Dutch bet them if we can with the horse that is second in the ratings. So here we are, we've got a list of selections to look at today, and the aim is to, once you've made your profit, to quit for the day, if that's what works out. So that's just a scout around looking at what we offer and what the various things mean. Obviously, you're always welcome to ring up and give us a call and ask us any questions you have. If you want to actually order anything, you can go back to our online store and look at the cost and so on there. So thanks for having a browse, and I hope that clears up some of the questions we've been having. Oh, and just by the way, one last thing. The best beats. From Thursday, we also put in, as well as the daily feature race, we also put in the weekend feature race, and that would occur just down the bottom of that one. We have the weekend feature race there on a Thursday night, and it stays there on a Friday, and we update it on a Saturday, and we give you our top 5 selections in there. More probably if it's a really big feature race, such as a Doncaster or a Villiers or something like that. Well, good luck to you, and thanks for watching.